Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit of a while, I'm afraid. I must apologise since I've uploaded any of my work. It's been a very busy couple of months, which I'll tell you about in a mo. Anyway, without further ado, I'm just going to do a flip through of, well, I've been working on these two journals. These are gift journals from one of my best friends, and this is for my mum, and this one, this travel TN set here is from for another really close friend, and this one, this TN cover, I've actually just refilled up. I'm refilling up for me, and they're all for a for note taking at a online Bible-based program. Excuse me, that's about to start, and usually takes place during the summer, and the program goes worldwide, and it usually takes place over the summer in a huge venue. So it would be Wembley or Milton Keynes, a big stadium. But because of COVID, last 3 years, in fact, they've been released online. We view them at home, but it's always lovely to have something nice. Part of the occasion for my daughter and myself is to have something nice to put our notes in. So this one's for my mum, and this is for my best friend, as I've said. And so I'm going to do a flip through of them and give you a quick rundown of what I've used for these sets. Now, my friend, she actually, these colours match her dining room. She's got a lovely sort of family room dining area, and I've just used some little, it's only about 19 centimetres high, and let me think, between 11.5 and 12.5 centimetres wide, both of them. This is from the Stamperia collection, and that's the middle one as well, course orchids and cats. So that's the middle, which is gorgeous, the middle signature. So these are the very last pages of papers that I have of these. I also used it to cover, look at this, this was my the day book that I altered last year for school. So there are 3 signatures, there are 3 days, and we all note take differently. So mum's is a little bit smaller, but my friend she loves vintage fabric, she loves colours, textures. So what else have I used? Let's just say for all of these I've used, completely finished this now. I picked this up in a charity shop a little while ago, and the pages are absolutely gorgeous. The artist, what's it, Helen Paul. So I've popped them in a couple of personal journals. I've also used pages from one of my staples, is this one, Vintage Home. I've used pages from that. So I haven't used any printables in this one. I've used this, I've got loads of these books. The Illustrated Book of Herbs, I've used pages from that. And I picked this up as well recently, portrait of her in a charity shop. So these are the pages I've used for all 4, these 2 and mine and my other friends as well. So that's from the, isn't that beautiful? That's from the Stamperia paper, and that's from the address book, Kath Kidston, I think, and the other one is Vintage Home that I've used. Can't find it at the moment, and Granny Chic, but I will find those for the next one. So I've done some just dyed some papers, just general now what did I do? I had these that are kind of drying out from Hobby Craft, so I hand dyed. I just popped the paper in some water with this one. It's come out really lovely blue. And I've also hand dyed some with this. One's called Lime Green, and it came out kind of like this, which is lovely. I haven't used many of these pages in the end because they were really thick, And so I used that a lot on that. Let me see, you've got the pink as well. And let me show you a little bit of the pink. That's how the pink came out. Just on the one side mainly. But they're quite bulky. And in the end I had loads of stuff to pop in. And I couldn't afford to give away the space for the bulk, so I didn't use that many of the pink and the green. This is from a Marks and Spencer's, like a cooking journal book thing. I've got a few of those, and I just love the pages. So that's a little bit of the pink, and I've popped all the way through because there's going to be you can print off your own program, and what I tend to do is I print it off and then I move it along as I'm note taking. So I'm just going to pop a couple of these little things in for them to do that. Tea dyed paper, that's from Kidston. The actual book for keeping is fabulous. It just shows you the different things you can do with vintage fabrics or wallpapers if you come across them. Really, really practical. That's from the Portrait of a Garden book. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's such a lovely weight paper. Now this is just from the address book. And I just, you know, it's got the lovely, most of the pages are blank. Well, but they've got the beautiful edging. Can you see how lovely they are? So they make great pages for note-taking. That's the green. Isn't it lovely, the way it's come out? And you wouldn't think that's the green on a thinner paper. And these, I think, they go down in price and sale to either £1 or £2. I have got these in my stash for. And sometimes you buy an ink pad. I don't know if you do this and you don't really like it as that. That's from the herbs book. Yeah, illustrated book of herbs. Beautiful. I've used these year in, year out. They're so lovely. This is from the Granny Chic. And this is, who is it? Joanna Clough or Clough. She uses this, and this is the one I did a flip through of, I think, on my channel. Probably end of last year, was it? When I got my first one, because I'd seen it on her channel. She uses it a lot in her personal journals. Isn't that beautiful? It's my friend. It's the initial of her name. And I thought that'd be quite natty to put in. So, these pages are just from scrapbooks that I have in my stash. I use quite a few scrapbooks with my daughter for her home editing. And you can get places like Home Bargains. They do them for, I know, £2.99 for huge scrapbooks with beautiful either black papers or that craft paper, lovely weights in them. See, that does. Do you know what? And this is from the green again. And it leaves such a, it feels quite a smooth, almost leathery texture. I don't know why. Maybe somebody would like to comment below. You might know the chemistry of all this. But the idea for these is that we have lots of space for journaling, but lots of visual interest. I popped this in. I forgot to sew it in, to be fair. But my friend loves vintage china. Look at this gorgeous page. This is from Granny Chic. It's, you know, and that's when we're charity shopping together. That's one of her weaknesses. We'll just say, "Oh, do you know what, Jen? I don't really need any more. Tell me, I don't need any more, do I?" I thought I'd pop this in as well. She loves. This is from my David Gentleman collection. And that's Hampstead Heath, and his family around Primrose Hill. And over the years, she loves pottering about in London, doing different things. And I just thought she might like to stick that somewhere. She loves sewing. I just loved this. And the nice thing about the isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that lovely? This is second signature. No, it's first signature, isn't it? This was a Cheap and Cheerful paper that I picked up from B&M, I think, and I just thought the colours went really nicely. This I love is from Daphne's Diary, so I put some Daphne's Diary in, and the other side of it, if I can find it, says this because we've been through a lot together. So that's been there for her to find. So yeah, that's from that portrait of a country garden, absolutely gorgeous. For the David Gentleman, I just thought I'd pop in there. This one is, I want to try and start doing this myself, Camden Lock. I want to do a little bit of urban sketching myself. I'm all set up and also looking at doing some sketchnoting for to help my daughter with her note taking, another sort of tool which is quite visual. So I'm set up to do that, maybe do more over the summer, and maybe do a little class for some of our homemade kids as well. This is beautiful, and I think this one was Vintage Home. I think it was from Vintage Home, but isn't that a lovely picture of vintage wallpapers? And the book itself goes on to give you ideas of how to use vintage wallpapers if you should be blessed enough to find some in your travels. I popped this into my friend's initial for my friend as well, so I popped that in. She can put that anywhere she likes really, but I just thought that would look quite nice just over the page. So lots of texture. She loves florals like myself. That's an initial, family initial, like that. Wasn't sure where to put it, but yeah, this, I think, a little friend of ours, a little friend of my daughter's. We did some journaling with her, and I think it was her that did some experimenting with some paper, you know, dyeing papers, and that's one from her stash that she brought round, and I thought it looked really nice, and it looks gorgeous with this. That's from Granny Chic. Page upside down. I did, and that's the last side of that Stamperia. Orchids and Cats, gorgeous. This is some chintz from my stash, so you notice, because she loves vintage fabrics as well, and I think that was gorgeous. But usually I do flip ups and things, or add doilies and stuff to the journal, but it is a writing journal, so best to be left popped on the outside of the signature, so we've got smooth writing surfaces. Love this again. I think this is from Vintage Home. Not yeah, I think it is. But look how beautiful. That's gorgeous, isn't it? It's lovely. And I just popped that in. Where's that? That's one of the markets, Inverness Street Market, in London. Probably not the best place for it actually. Might place it here so you've got a bit of interest on these plain pages once you're flipping through. This was just from some Amazon packaging. You know, the protection packaging on the inside. Kath Kiston in print, that's that one. You see what I mean about how bulky that paper is? It's beautiful, but I couldn't put too many pages in. And what's lovely about using the Kath Kidston, the Vintage Home, or the Granny Chic book, you know, I haven't used any printables, I've just used, they're all original book pages, is that, oh look, that's the Granny Chic, isn't it gorgeous? Is that you get the illusion of texture without any bulk. That was the top of that page, isn't that so sweet? Without any bulk, because obviously if you really are just wanting to make notes, you don't need lumps and bumps. And this is the page that sold me. Joanna used it in one of her journals as one of her favourite pages actually. I saw her do the flip through it. I fell in love with this. This is from Granny Chic. I know my friend will absolutely love it. She will absolutely love it. And this, oh, that was yeah, from that, believe it or not. So there's a few that have come out really intense, and I just think that reflects that side so nicely. Oh, gorgeous. Vintage sewing machine. My friend loves sewing and vintage sewing machines too, but all sewing machines really. So in her little study, her little private study come work room. She has, I think she bought one off from eBay a couple of years ago. Really, so having a bit of coffee. And so I thought, I found this one of the Daphne's diaries. Absolutely adored, and it's just a little write-up. I'm never parting with this. And this lady gives an idea of this vintage antique sewing machine and why she won't part with it. And I thought, my friend would love, she'd really enjoy just reading that. She thought, joy coming across that, and it will just bring us such a lot of pleasure. So I've popped a little pocket in the back so she can pop her program in, and front as well, or anything else. Little postcard. She's like me. She loves postcards and bits and pieces. So I'm sure she'll have stuff in her stash that she would like. She could probably add to this. So that's one. This one's for my mum. And for this one, I've used one of the big sticker pages from this. Remember, I've had this on the go for quite a while, haven't I? It's quite a while now. And so they do the small stickers, but they do some large sticker pages like that. And I used some last year for a couple of my convention journal collection that I popped, well, I think they were special ordered last year. I just didn't have the time. I just didn't have the time to work on the collection this year. Anyway, so this is, this I thought for my mum will remind her of her lovely garden in the Caribbean. And I've put some vintage fabric on the spine, same as I did with the other one, the vintage fabric on the spine. Love it, love it, love it. And it's quite fresh, as you can see. This paper pad was from, I think it was from B&M, or did I might have had this from a friend actually. A friend gave me some fabrics and a stash of things. My mum likes things a little bit fresher, not so grungy, but she loves her florals. She loves her florals. She does love her note taking. Not prolific, so this is a smaller one. I like to, you know, I do take lots of notes, and I like to put main points in. This is an old piece. It's an old image that I've had in my stash for ages, probably years, ready to use, but haven't yet. So I thought Mum could have that. She'd enjoy it. It's lovely. And this is from, oh, actually, I did put a few pages in from this one. This is another one of my staples that I've mentioned over the years, I'm sure. Wildflowers of the World. And it's huge. It is huge. But it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So particularly for my mum and people who've lived abroad, it evokes lots of memories of their tropical gardens. We lived in Africa when I was little, and so some of the things in there really do evoke some fantastic memories. This is from the Portrait of a Garden. This is my mum's initial. I thought that would be nice in the first signature for her. So mum's in her 80s. Do you know what? She's really tech savvy. She whizzes around on her laptop. She does Zoom meetings. She's on WhatsApp. She's really, really, really tech savvy. But she does love a handwritten note, and loves her florals. For my mum, I've done more of, as you notice, what's the word? Not stacks. What's the word I want? Oh, see, that's from Granny Chic. Gorgeous. So yeah, there are more plain pages, runs of them, because she loves colour and print. When you see mine, I like to have an image on every page almost. I love a lot of colour. I love it to be quite busy, but I do appreciate that some people find that a bit distracting. So that's why there's lots of colour, florals, but there is more clear journaling space for her. And that's what's so nice about making your own journals. And it was trying to find a decent convention journal, to be honest, years ago, that made me start. See, that is beautiful. It's quite bulky. And that's from the Cath Kidston. And that green. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, vibrant and zingy is that. I love that. That's a little bit of dictionary art that they've put on their wall. Doing some of this book page art. Did a little session with one of the homemade groups a few weeks ago, and it really captured the imagination of the kids. It was fab, absolutely fabulous. Yeah, might do some more with them actually. So that's that one. So yeah, lots of book pages. Love that. Just love how that. Oh, that's from the address book. Would usually go in and do some stamping, but I think with the borders on these pages, that's enough. That is enough. Though my mum does love stamps on stamping on plain pages, so that's from the Cath Kidston. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. How lovely is that pink with that? So there you have it. That's the first of the two journals. Posting that today because the convention, as a congregation, will be sharing. We'll be viewing it this week. We'll be viewing it this weekend, so they'll want it. And the title is, the theme is Pursue Peace, and that's why I've popped that in the little nameplate thing at the back. Can you see it? Peace. I think that's lovely. I think they're going to enjoy them. So that's those two guys. I'm going to be finishing. So for my other friend, I'm introducing her first of all. We're going to be to a set of Traveller's Notebooks for this convention. And for me, I kind of made this. I was experimenting years ago with like a TN, large, this TN cover, and I had some small TNs in it. I'm gonna, yeah. Anyway, I've made some bigger ones because I want to reuse the cover. This is going to be my convention stuff this year, but I will do a separate video. Just got to finish some bits off. I'll put my next video will be a flip through of these. So I hope you enjoyed this. If it's your first time visiting me, please like and subscribe. Visit me over on Instagram as well. Comment down below on which one you prefer. If you prefer like the, the cleaner sort of jungly look, or if you prefer the more muted colours, or if you like them both. It's always good to know because we're always so different, and I love. It's so nice to hear what makes other people tick and what makes people smile inside. So take care, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.